Thousands of people travel through Lindbergh Field every day with passports. This is a hazy look there at the runway. But the disappearance of Malaysia Flight 370 brought up the issue of how people get on a plane with stolen passports. Team 10 investigator Mitch Blocker found out that only a handful of countries in the world do one key check.
The search for Flight 370 began with a search of its passengers. The focus was on these two Iranian nationals who boarded with stolen passports. It's raised the issue that in most countries, passports are never really checked. San Diegan Daniel Powell began his day in Rio de Janeiro. He is one of millions traveling internationally whose passport never left his pocket.
I don't think they did scan it until we got to the United States.
That basically means that all the people who flew on that airplane, nobody had any idea who they really were, other than the fact that they had possession of a passport.
That's a good point.
The same thing happened on Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. As investigators try to solve the mystery of the plane's disappearance, the international police agency Interpol is trying to figure out how two passengers boarded with stolen passports. It is not an isolated incident, even in a post-9/11 world.
And here's perhaps the most startling fact. Interpol estimates about 1 billion passengers boarded planes worldwide last year without ever having their passports checked against a criminal database.
I'm shocked for what happened.
Glenn Wynn has dedicated his life to airline security, first for the Secret Service and then for United Airlines.
There's some airlines in the world that you would not want to fly simply because there is no proper screening even at the security level.
Right now, only a handful of countries compare passports to Interpol's database, mainly the U.S., England, and the United Arab Emirates. 3 of the Malaysia Air passengers were Americans traveling for business. Wynn says business travelers should stick to flying American air carriers and their partner airlines, especially if they are not flying to or through the United States. Powell said while he never felt unsafe, he never thought about how his passport was checked as he traveled abroad.
We got to make sure that people are having their passport scanned before they get on a plane so everybody knows who they are.
Now, experts say the main reason more countries do not use Interpol is because it would take longer to screen passengers. But recently, Interpol gave 2 commercial airlines, Air Arabia and Qatar Airlines, access to its database. Both will begin screening passengers on a trial basis. With Team 10, I'm investigator Mitch Blocker.